Hey, I'm Deric Lipski. Thanks for clicking on this video. How do I sell during COVID-19? So to give you guys a brief idea who I am, my name is Deric. I'm with Keller Williams Real Estate. Been doing this for 20 years, 1,000 homes under my belt in terms of sold, hundreds of five-star reviews. I do this day in and day out. And when COVID came, it was a whole new ball game in the real estate market. Everything had to change, and we had to change very quickly. So what is it during COVID? What is the change? Is it just face mask and rubber gloves and hand sanitizer, or is it more than that? So at first, that's what we did. Everyone had face masks and wore rubber gloves and had hand sanitizer everywhere, and that was kind of no showings at first, and then when they came in, they were very spotty. And then as we learned more about COVID, we started adjusting towards that. So how to get your home sold during COVID and don't catch COVID, right? That's the idea. You don't want to be selling your house and have someone bring COVID into your house. How can you avoid that but still get your home sold? So I'm gonna give some tips on what we do in terms of, as a realtor, when we take a listing, how we try to protect the seller as much as we can. So like we talked about earlier, number one, everyone wears masks and gloves. That's hands down. That's why I'm sorry, not gloves anymore. Hand sanitizer stations will be in the house. Only qualified buyers that are pre-approved can come into the property. So we're not doing just letting random people come in and just kind of cough all over the place and touch doorknobs and who knows what they're going to do in there, right? So it's qualified buyers, and we don't let in the qualified buyers and their parents and Uncle Joe and the two kids. It's just the qualified buyer or buyers and their agent. That's it. We try to do virtual tours as well. Virtual tours are very helpful because they give people who are stuck at home all day on their computers looking at stuff an idea of what your home offers, but also we make it mandatory that they see that virtual tour prior to come in. And what that's going to do is cut some of the fat down. Someone's going to see something they like or they don't like and say, I'm not going to bother even looking at that, which means we don't have to worry about having that show and getting the house ready and have the potential risk of someone coming into the house. 4, we do health waiver. That's signed by the buyer and the buyer agent that says that no one's coughed, no one's sick, no one's left the country in the last 2 weeks, no need to quarantine, no one has a fever at this point, those sort of things. So prior to having a showing, that health waiver is put out there that they sign and send back before we actually have the showing. What I try to tell myself is leave all the interior doors open. And why I have them do that? Well, I don't want people touching doorknobs. So if they can just grab the wood and open it versus putting their hand on a brass knob or a metal knob, that virus can stay there longer on that. At least that's what they say. So we try to make it so they can kind of see what's in there without having to touch any doorknobs. Scheduled appointments only. So we try to make sure that only scheduled appointments, because no one's just going to show up and knock on the door and come in there. And you know, if we do an open house, it's run a bit differently, but these are for scheduled appointments only. Sanitizer available in the house. You want to make sure you have some of that there, just on the kitchen table or on the countertop, just so when people come in, they can sanitize their hands. Because again, they say don't bother wearing gloves, so most people don't, but everyone has the mask on. Less than 6 people in at a time, right? So this goes back to if we're going to do an open house on the property. I did an open house 2 weeks ago where we had 118 buyers come through the property in 2 hours. So I had to do it kind of like a scary house. If you guys have been to a scary house and you go in and go, okay, hold on, let this batch go through, and they get scared, and then when they get to a certain point, now you can come in. It was similar to that. We let groups of people up to 6 go in at one time, go through the property. There'd be another agent there with them, and there'd be an agent at the front door, making sure that no one's trying to, make more people in there it is. And then they have a line, a 6 foot apart distance line down the street, which really, when people see that, sometimes it actually makes them want to make more offers. They just like, look at all the people here. Oh my God, so you get that auction-like environment where everyone's going, man, this is going to sell fast. E-signatures on everything. So even exposure with you and me or to the buyer, everything's done via email right now. So no more of the days of hand signatures and you're touching something else 10 other people have touched. It's all e-signatures now. Remote closings. So we do this 2 ways with the closing with the attorney. Either A, the buyer's going first with the attorney and then the sellers go in, or the sellers and buyer do it remote via FedEx or over wireless, over the internet. And that's one way to do that. And then we have funds wired into your account. So again, you don't have to be there to collect the check because the money's going to be wired to your account. So these are some of the tips that we use in selling in COVID. How do we get our home sold and get to the closing table and get the funds we're looking for. Hey, for more tips, watch this show. I always offer new things on selling, new stuff that comes up. Just hit the subscribe button. If you have any comments at all, leave them below. I try to answer everything I can, and if it's a topic I think is worth another video, I may make a video about it. Anyways, talk to you later.